volume.
I like that still. Do you make that Munchie?
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Step it off, break it down and lose it. Come on, follow us to the new revolution. Come on, step it off, break it down and lose it. Come on, follow us to the new revolution. That this battle I am never losing. I'm choosing to ignore the cuts and bumps and bruises. I'm cruising through these haters, leave them looking stupid. They foolish if they think they'll ever hear my conclusion. I'm through with all these my dramas and their excuses. I'm bruising eagles left and right every time I do this. I'm shooting for the top, no I'll never settle what you did. The future's in my hands, my grip will never loosen. My crew is ready to obtain the absolution, removing any doubt that we was ever fooling. Come on, step it off, break it down and lose it. Come on, follow us to the new revolution. Come on, step it off, break it down and lose it. Come on, follow us to the new revolution.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little
Deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go Deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. You're watching Still Toking with. My name is Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard. We have an awesome show scheduled for you today. And, we always talk to a lot of awesome people, but I'm really excited about tonight's show. But as always, we have the awesome Ben. How's it going, sir?
Oh, hi. Sorry. I got a little sidetracked there, I was thinking about the amazing guests that we have and all the amazing things that these people are doing down there in Connecticut. I'm super psyched to have this show tonight too, Leo. I'm actually speechless right now. So,
this is something close to my heart, and the type of guests that we have, and I'm sure Ben will tell us all about them. But something that we've all missed out on for a very long time, like all of 2020, and now's the time to really, soak in the goodness and watch some good movies. And isn't that so, Jeffrey? You're muted. We can't hear you. You tried to do all fancy with. Okay.
What in the hell are you doing?
Okay, we connect early to test stuff out. If you're going to do something new, now is not the time.
I will try the same with my stapler. Oh no.
Are you just fucking with us?
Well, maybe he should just dance it out if he wants to say it. But do interpretive dance.
But we can't hear him.
We can't hear you, Jeff.
No, he just needs to dance it. We'll know what he's saying.
No.
No, we can't hear you. What'd you do?
Hello? McFly.
Well, anyway, Jeff, while Jeff fixes that.
We could dub over a bad lip reading on him. That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Where's Bill when we need him?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, unfortunately.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
So the same thing has been happening to my computers as well. I feel your pain.
Well, I was trying to be funny, but somebody muted me, and it was Leo, because I didn't do anything.
Leo.
I didn't mute you.
He's the master of the universe, is Leo?
All right, so somebody's fucking with me.
It's Leo. It's obviously Leo.
Yeah, it was my fault. Yeah. I'll take the
Well,
blame.
it wasn't me because I don't have the power.
Is there
So anyway, we have a great show.
With you? Are you being held without? Blink twice if you're being held without your permission in a room. Somebody go in and take care of that.
Leave him there.
I'm behind locked doors.
Where you belong.
Yes.
So, Jeffrey, who are we talking with tonight?
Well, that's Val. Hi, Val.
I'm Val. I look like a drowned rat. I apologize for that, but it's because I had a good day.
Awesome.
We have the Prospector Theater on with us tonight, and I am so psyched to do this show. Val, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, let's call him. It's Munchie. It's
Munchie.
Yeah.
Munchie. All right, we're gonna go with Munchie.
Oh yeah.
There's George and EJ.
The best.
Through his glasses.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
What did he jump up or something? His glasses went flying?
We're live from the Prospector Theater here tonight.
It's electric. It's so electric there, your glasses will fly right off your head.
Right off your face. The minute you step in, right, EJ? Yep.
So
Sparkle vision. It's sparkle vision.
Jack on the brakes. I didn't say put me full screen. Come on. I'm not that good looking.
Fine.
So
it does again.
there we go. That's the full screen we want. Because you guys are at the Prospector Theater tonight. Munchie, give our viewers and listeners a quick rundown. What is the Prospector Theater?
Prospector Theater.
25 words or less.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're counting. And do it in
501c3 nonprofit dedicated to providing meaningful, competitive, and integrated employment for adults with disabilities in Ridgefield, Connecticut, for the operation of First Run Movie Theater.
You got it. You got it right at the goal. Right at the goal. Yep.
That's 24.
Oh,
Excellent.
What's the Powerball?
I don't know. What does it all mean? Yeah, but
Nice.
fantastic, awesome movie-going experience, right, EJ? Yep. We give guests what they want: popcorn, blockbuster movies, delicious popcorn. We brought some for you all.
Yeah, the lenses.
Ow, my eye!
Ow!
It's
Wait,
3
Mark,
days. Put on your
see if you can
3D
get it in
glasses.
my mouth. Here, throw it. Oh, got
All
it.
right, now I've been teased before, but never with popcorn.
Because you haven't hung out with us a lot. Look, this is what a loser I am. I'm now a farmer, and I've got a shirt that says "Shuck It." So that's where my life is right now. Like, seriously, I know you could be as jealous if you just be jelly, because I rule.
Absolutely. So now that we kind of got way off track and we're going to bring it all the way back, let's go to Val real quick. Val, just for our viewers and our listeners later on, introduce who you are and your role in the Prospector Theater, please.
Awesome. Hello, I'm Valerie Jensen, and I built the Prospector Theater, but I think something like so much more important than the Prospector Theater is the culture within the Prospector Theater. So the Prospector is a outstandingly amazing movie theater with every kind of accessibility device, the technology to include adults with disabilities. Hundreds of people's lives have been changed from working at the Prospector Theater, but it's really our culture of meaningful employment, integrated, engaging, meaningful employment for adults with disabilities, which is our true sparkle. And we believe that, we've been open as a movie theater in Ridgefield since 2014. And a lot of people have tried to replicate our awesomeness at our movie theater. And there's a high barrier to entry to building a movie theater. And so we've always said that, like, meaningful employment and the culture and philosophy of the Prospector Theater can be applied to any single business. And people kind of had trouble like envisioning what that meant. And so now I'm a farmer, and I'm using the same principles and the same culture and sparkle and logic that we use at the Prospector, and we are having amazing results out in nature doing just what we do at the Prospector Theater. So I'm out here proving that what we did there can be done in anybody's own backyard, and I think that's what the most exciting thing that we're doing is.
That's totally fucking awesome.
Right? And I get to jump in the swamp water. I got like a water fountain thing out there. I think it's like a water feature, whatever that is. And so I let it take over as a swamp because there's these awesome frogs that like hang out on the lily pads there. And so apparently, like, I didn't make this phone call, but somebody called the pool person and said, like, please stop coming because the owner wants it to be swampy because she is in love with like the frogs and the creatures. And the pool people said, wait, what? And then they like sent us like an email verification, like a triple verification to be like, this couldn't have been a real call. This must have been a prank. Nobody's ever said that before. But I love it. I go right out there and they're like, ribbit. And then they like freak out and run away. Of course I did jump in and I Me Too'd one of them the other day and like totally kissed one in the middle of the swamp. That was kind of hard. I had to be like a cat and I kissed it.
Well, you kissed him. Did he turn into a prince?
So princes I have no use for in my life. Like, absolutely none. And then I was like, maybe a princess would be appropriate. Then I was like, I don't know. That's no. But a unicorn or something, like then we'd have something. So that has not happened yet, but it's not really prince or princess I'm after. I don't know. Maybe like an ogre. I don't know. I don't know. Like, what are people even doing these days? I've been like, I don't know, in the woods for a long time now. Like, what are people doing? Shrek? Like Shrek, and
ogres
doing now?
We're gonna have to keep her away from you, Jeff, when you get painted green.
With the paintball guns, huh?
Right?
I'm seeing storyline here that can go up on the screens of the Prospector Theater, and EJ can pop the popcorn and make it awesome for your movie-going experience, watching how we would respond to a toad coming to life. I got it. We all got it.
Wow.
Blockbuster.
It's kind of toady.
Oh man.
So, in the theater itself, how many is it? One screen? Is it multiple rooms?
Ooh, EJ knows all about that.
How many screens here? How many theaters?
We have 1, 2,
And then upstairs 3.
and 3.
Yep.
And 4.
4?
Yeah.
Yep. We have 4. So we have
Four
4
screens.
theaters.
4. No kidding.
Wow.
Nice.
335.
Yeah, it is a multiple tent circus that we constantly have, either both at the theater and now at the farm. And
We do a lot.
we like to have a lot going on at one time.
Wow.
We do a lot.
How many can one of them seat?
What was that?
How many can sit in one of the theaters?
Pre-COVID or post?
theater.
Pre or post-COVID?
No, number of seats. I don't give a crap about the COVID numbers.
Oh, okay. So 165 is in our largest house,
Yep.
and then our smallest house is an amazing 16-seater, which is
Yep.
so nice,
Wow.
especially when you are the only person in that 16-seater, and it's such luxury. And families love to go see movies together in there.
Great
And
with private rentals. Lots of people love to rent that out, watch the classics on the big screen again, and or play video games. We do video games too on the big screen.
It is so much, and it's also so our ushers all meet and greet the audiences, and then they get up and make amazing usher speeches before every movie, just like they did in the golden age of cinema. And I studied a lot into what the big great movie houses, movie palaces really of the country were doing back in the heyday. And so that's where I got them, and I went on a cross-country tour visiting old movie theaters and trying to capture the essence of what the architects had intended and what the role of the ushers and just the role of the movie theater in American culture and American life. And so then when we are, adding the extra bonus of employing adults with disabilities, who I built the theater because my friends with disabilities fucking love movies like no fucking tomorrow. These are approved words, correct?
Absolutely. Well, they're approved by us. I mean, EJ might not approve of them, but
I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I owe EJ money in the Square Bank, but that's a bank that I like to fund. I don't know what this cryptocurrency is, but I'll put money in the Square Bank all the time. Means I get to say the words. So worth it. Good investment.
oh, that's awesome. Let's flip to Munchie real quick, if we could.
Yeah.
So now that we know a little bit more about what the Prospector Theater is all about, what is your role at the Prospector?
I'm the executive director of the.
Okay, come on, do it cooler than that. Come on, do it cooler than that. Like a dancer, like
Director. Executive director. The name director.
Yes,
Hey, don't do that. I already tried that.
Come on, I need
It was
to. Years
in the city of Gotham.
Dubane. Oh, now Dubane now.
I wasn't always the executive director. I was molded by it.
Years of this I had locked in a room. It was magical.
It's fantastic. Tommy Wiseau. I did not hit there. I did not.
Oh yeah, you guys. Hey, you guys. I had an ulterior motive. Do you guys know Tommy Wiseau?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
No.
Do you? Oh my God.
I know of him.
You gotta come to
how can we set a trap for him? Can Bill Diamond build us something? We need a Tommy Wiseau trap.
I'm sure Bill could build something.
Right? I think it'd be pretty easy too, just by from what I've seen from his artwork, masterpieces, The Room and The Disaster Artist. Wow. We want to super stalk him. So can we have Tommy Wiseau or Tiki Taki or something and get a message out to him? I feel like if anybody knew him, it would be you guys. I don't know why I feel that.
Bill probably does.
Bill probably knows. Bill knows everybody.
We're movie people. We love movies. Love, right? Each? Yep.
And that's what makes the Prospector so magical for everybody, because people can connect to movies, and it gives us a very it evens the field, and we have a communication device when we've got a movie, and we can immediately get on the same screen, and strangers can speak to each other about like out in the street, say, what did you think of that movie? How did you think that? Did you think that was how it was going to end? And the engaging conversations that we're able to have with adults with disabilities, with our guests who come in, and a constant rotating group of guests. Our guests are astonished and astounded and inspired and by the magical conversations that they have had with our prospects, and the deep knowledge and passion that our prospects bring not only to their work, but also to the service, and to like provide complete sparkle pink glove service. So everybody who walks through that door feels like they've just like went like over the rainbow. It is so magic. When we opened, I'm getting emotional because being closed for that long was really hard on everybody. But you know what made it all so worth it? When we all lined up and our guests started coming in, and we all just cheered our heads off. And it was totally magical. I also understand that people might not want to come to our theater because we cheer our fucking heads off when they walk in the door. But it was like terrifying thing, actually, if you think about it. Like, actually, can we edit those live? Great. And we throw popcorn at people, and this is like, and you know what the magic part of this is? We've been doing this for years. This is what we've always been doing. And every time we get students come in, we line up and we clap and cheer. And it feels good. It feels good. And it feels good, you get to work. And, I know it's not set up for me. I know I've just arrived 2 seconds before the school buses, even though I was supposed to be there for 45 minutes before. And then I walk in and everybody's already set up in place. And so they're cheering their heads off. And you know what? I'll take it. That's awesome. We high five everybody, and people need people. And and we need to lean into the technology. And so that's what we're able to do at the Prospector, where you got a passive event of sitting there and watching a movie. But is it really passive? I mean, you've got people around you for the same admission price. You could have a biker, a baker, and a Barbie doll. And, everybody's in the same row. It's not like you're at the opera or at a ball game and you're in a box, or you've got the suite, and at a movie theater, shit gets real. You are sitting, everybody's sitting next to you, and that's what makes it awesome. And I love it when I sit next to random strangers. Now, I'm not a weirdo that will see weirdos and go sit next to them. And we dare each other all the time to go and do that, but we decided that's a line that we really should not cross. And start to but how entertaining is that? But seriously,
can you tell me if he's wearing deodorant or not?
There's probably a smellometer that's already installed in this ultra security system that Ryan put up. So we probably
Munch is shaking his head. Yep.
I'll probably tell you that. Yeah.
The smell reader was a little bit extra for the security system. We had to get it.
But we also provide deodorant, where we're happy to help
Absolutely.
Health and just demonstrate its application in society.
I love your passion and the emotion you just put behind that.
I'm so bored. I don't even know.
I'm sorry, I'm watching Munch with the popcorn.
Well, one thing you touched on, and you can watch a movie on Netflix and at home and stuff like that, but it's not the same experience. A shared experience with a movie.
Leo, think about The Room, right? That is not a movie that you can watch at home. You need to
hell no.
If you're by yourself, you cannot understand that movie. It makes no sense.
You need to be laughing together, singing together, experiencing it together, talking about the same jokes, discussing it in the lobby after with some extra popcorn.
You're skipping some parts. Wait, Munch. You're skipping some parts. Throwing the spoons at the Golden Gate Bridge.
Throwing the spoons, throwing the Nerf.
And then having the pizza arrive.
When he says, I already ordered the pizza, we roll in a couple of pizzas for free for everybody there to have a slice of pizza. We really, Big Lebowski, we had White Russians, right? We want to make it the experience. We want you to feel like you're living, breathing, seeing the movie. It extends beyond the silver screen into real life. EJ, myself, 97 other prospects are here to provide that experience every day. And we love it. Before, we were just making this table. EJ made this table by making the popcorn rain. EJ, you made the popcorn rain.
I haven't seen popcorn rain in too long. Oh, yeah. Now, make it rain on Munch.
I got to get your technique's much better.
Of course it is, because EJ's the man. I've already said that twice.
So,
yeah, I mean, I own a lot of shares of EJ stock. I got, EJ's a superstar. EJ is a superstar, and you're a very valuable employee here, EJ.
What are all the jobs that you do, Each?
My job, I'm working cafe, and because this dance, I am working this cafe,
Concessions, cafe. Where else do you work with Ian?
with Ann, with Adam.
Yep, and production, right?
Yeah, yes,
You make some movies for us.
yes, and I make movies.
Yeah, you guys know EJ from what he's helped you on set for the Toking with the Dead.
That's right.
Oh
That's
yeah, he's
right.
been a big help actually.
You guys got connected.
Yeah, I mean, he's the sound and lighting expert,
Oh,
a
EJ
true
worked
true professional. EJ,
Yeah.
like his father, and it is like when EJ is in work mode. EJ, I'm saying very nice things about you, but they're things that are they really nice? Like I'm speaking about what a great employee EJ is, and as are so many people with Down syndrome, and employers either don't know how to speak to people with Down syndrome or sometimes undervalue or they think, oh, Val, you're so nice to hire people with disabilities. I'm not nice. My friends with disabilities are hard workers and love their jobs and are happy when they come to work and are proud of where they work and want to work even when it's a day off. And when somebody loves their job that much, like EJ does, it makes everybody happy.
It's a blessing.
Everybody want to come back.
It's a blessing.
And just want more. And I love to tell employers everywhere that look to your Special Olympics teams, look to your high school transition programs, because hiding there while there's an employment crisis going on. I think there's a mismatch here, because while the United States is struggling to fill entry-level positions, there are also 83 million adults with disabilities who would love for the shot at those jobs. And all it will take the employers learning how to educate and employ their employees, how to onboard them, how to make a culture great so that people with disabilities actually are not just like mimicking work, but they are working and adding so much value. EJ does a lot of things that I cannot do, things that I should not do, things that I've been told never to do again.
Like make the popcorn.
I'm speaking of popping the popcorn. I don't know if anyone thought I was speaking about it. It's very hard to use that Big Papa. It is like, it is an industrial assed like popcorn machine that like boils.
Wait,
like,
you just totally went over the names of the popcorn machine.
Oh, go for it.
Big Papa and Tupac Shakur.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
More enthusiasm, guys. We spent a lot of time on that.
Woohoo! Sorry.
Yay! Good job.
What would you have named? What did you name your giant popcorn machine?
Yeah.
I don't have a giant popcorn machine. I'm jealous.
That's what we had to do. We had to name after.
And I can't do it. It burns, and I panic, and I either pull the trigger too fast, and I dump the hot popcorn kernels in, or like I wait too long, and then like the fire department is there, and all the lights are going off, and everyone's like, "No, how'd Val get to the popcorn machine again?" And I'm like, all that going on. So you know what, guys? You know what? I tell people this all the time. Sometimes whenever people take my advice on this, they're like, "Holy fuck, everybody should know about this." And I'm like, "Tell me about it." The best ticket in town, best ticket in the world, is not a ticket. It's the Prospector Theater. Anytime we're open 365 days a year. Buy yourself a nice cold Pepsi and a nice bucket of EJ popcorn, and then sit on the seating step in the lobby and watch the show within the show within the show within the show as a spectator, just watching this magical choreography and really symphony of all unlikely employees working so beautifully together to figure out the key. And the key is helping people, whatever the disability is. Let's forget about that. Like, let's fill in that gap someplace else. Is it another person with them? Is it a piece of technology? Is it like something in the mind that we can help them with? Like, let's give it to them. And what that like it's it worked. What we would do for it really works. Not only for people with disabilities, it's a universal design. Everybody's better once we think creatively, and once we all get totally like on the same mission and have the same principles and goals and culture. And when we all paddle that boat together, we have made just an incredible impact already. And but we're just getting started, and we're realizing.
Yeah, it's totally amazing.
So,
this is a very trying year.
There's one other gentleman that's hiding off screen. If we go to full screen, we can see him.
And
Right.
There he is. And that would be George. EJ's dad, George. But tell us a little bit about your role at the Prospector Theater.
My role.
Yes.
I mean, father. That's a big enough role as it
Oh,
is.
George.
Also,
George. No, he's your father. Come on, we've been through this.
I would also say one thing to add to what Val says is a very important aspect of the Prospector is the friendships that are developed and the community that all the prospects develop amongst themselves. I mean, that is so critical. I mean, you see the friendships, you see the growth, you see them razzing on each other. They just have a life just as we do. And it's really, it's heartwarming.
And those relationships are the real deal. And when I tell people and they see me out with like my friends with Down syndrome or autism, oh my God, I love them so much. And they say, "Oh, Val, you're so nice," and I'm like, "Val's not nice." Like I love like people. My best friends have disabilities, and like because I don't like we're like best friends. We have like such a good time. We love working together. Our creativity together. It's so high. And like, oh. That's so sad. I'm like, what? I'm sad about that. It's like very happy. I think like it's and so the relationships are real, and they're not built on anything other than shared interests, shared joys, and the wanting to make the world a better place. I think those are very admirable qualities, and they're great in times just for as friendship.
Oh, you gotta watch the video with it. That's the Fast and Furious video, Val.
That was actually hilarious.
Okay, so can I tell you something? So I did the stunts on that. So that that thing took a beating, but it was
we saw the aftermath of it sitting on the table during our tour.
Yeah, it's in we made a shop since then. So to the audience that might not know, I'm not familiar. Like I don't know how, but like I lost my game on the remote control cars like 10 years ago, and kind of forgot about them. And then I saw something on the Tiki Tube, and it was like these like speed racer remote control cars that people were like taking to like cheetah level, like
they're the fastest
like
RC cars I've ever
and creature like fast like this thing goes 90 miles an hour, and I was like, once I learned about that on the Tiki space, and I don't know if it's real or not, and I was like, go bring me some of these cars, and somebody did, and they are like, I can't believe the horsepower that these things had. And they so it was perfect to use for Fast and Furious. And it actually, like driving that thing on the side of the cliff, that was piloted by Aaron Miller. And Aaron is he also works at Gemstone Farm, and we're supporting him through he's taking classes to be auto mechanic at a local community college.
Awesome.
And so like he's the perfect pilot to drive that like stunt car like over because he needed it to hug it so close to the edge of that rock wall. And so like, not everybody has that. That is a skill, and not flip it until it was ready to be flipped. And any of the movie producers or directors know that is easy. That is easier said than done, but it is fucking fun when you've got an 80 mile an hour like car. And then my Jeep was in the stunts in the end, and it has all of that like mud on it. And but the thing is, that mud was already there. It was because I go four-wheeling in it. So then when we used it as like the stunt car for Fast and Furious, I'm like, oh, she's already dressed. And then that was spray chalk that I put on it. And I mean, it looked like a badass, and I forgot that it was like that. And I had emergency like drive like 100 miles an hour because my son was in the hospital. And then later, after I got to the hospital, I was like, oh my gosh, if any police officer had seen me going 100 miles an hour in a car that it's got so much mud on it, it looks like concrete, and it's got this weird scribble scrabble of like they would have shot my wheels out. If they could catch me. Perfect, Fast and Furious. And then I got to power wash it off later, and that was like the most thing ever. Like, you guys saw power wash porn? That is ridiculously good stuff.
Wow.
I do have the video, and it is awesome. Do you guys mind if I play it, and then we have it?
Oh yeah, no, go ahead and play it.
Oh yeah. Yep. So that's Gabe. Narrate for you. Yeah. So I really had to take my life in my hands because he needed to rev the engine. So you'd have to run me over. That's mad. And also Gabe was there with his. That's the car I drove 100 miles an hour on Route 84.
It's movie time. I was Prospector Theater.
Okay, that was Gabe's.
It's the only place to watch F9, Fast Saga, Prospector Theater. Let us take the driver's seat as we treat you to the high-octane, full-throttle movie experience. Tickets available online at www.prospectortheater.org.
How awesome are those boots? And yeah, how sick was that, you guys? How sick?
That was great, actually.
That was really cool. That was really cool. So you had mentioned that you guys had been closed for a long time, and then you got to do this grand reopening. And I think Leo has a clip that we found from the grand reopening.
Let's sound footage.
Where's that?
Listen, you're just a monkey behind the keyboard. You can't figure out which button to push again tonight?
Oh, be nice.
It's not the commercial.
From the Today Show?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that footage.
Give me a little more warning than that.
Leo,
slap him.
Leo.
Yeah.
It's past commercial break, so why don't you play the Today Show footage that we have of this wonderful theater?
Hold on, let me find it.
I have no voice.
See?
You're confusing him. Leave him
alone. Next time we go to the Prospector Theater for their publication department, that's all I got to say.
Hold on.
This is the one with Harry Smith, or which the one with Harry Smith. Like literally, like the frog got my throat. Like I had not spoken that much to like anybody in like the past 2 years, and so I was so overjoyed with like seeing so many prospects come back that I totally lost my voice. And so I was like with my last
Americans.
I'm giving this interview to Harry Smith, who's an amazing man who totally gets it, and he's so great. It was just a thrill to have him there covering us.
Finally are returning to theaters this summer season thanks to vaccines and movies like A Quiet Place 2, Cruella, and this weekend's highly anticipated In the Heights.
I loved
For
Cruella.
my money, there is not a better place in the country to watch a movie and to meet the staff than at the extraordinary theater Harry Smith visited for our Sunday Spotlight.
The Great Emergence. No, not that one. Us, coming out of our respective COVID cocoons. It is indeed a big deal. Celebrity interviewer TJ works the crowd.
What movie are you going to see?
Here's Gabe.
The scary one.
For patrons and for employees of the Prospector Theater in Ridgefield, Connecticut, opening again was a reason to celebrate. Emily has worked here for more than 5 years.
I haven't been in person in 15 months, and I'm so happy to be back.
He's a rock star.
It's so exciting.
The staff here is tight-knit. People who identify as having a disability are the rule here, not the exception.
As part by working here, I love working with my friends and family.
You feel like folks here are.
Oh yeah, definitely. Our team are like family to me.
Yeah.
There's no place like home.
A family whose ever-exuberant matriarch, Val Jensen, founded this place.
Meaningful employment is life. Meaningful employment is happiness.
Jensen worked with adults with disabilities for years. She knew they could exceed expectations.
When you give somebody a purpose in life and a mission, it makes life that much better.
If you're a customer at the Prospector, you will quickly grow accustomed to a first-class experience.
We need more employers to understand how to speak to people with disabilities, how to make accommodations. Sometimes accommodations are so simple.
Sometimes the employees bring their own accommodations.
I'm Allie Wood, and I'm an usher and a projectionist.
Fantastic. Right? Wow. How long have you used that?
All my life, pretty much, but since college with the iPhone and the app.
Allie and the rest of the staff here have a message to share.
And I help show our country that adults with disabilities are more than capable of having a job and being successful. I can speak in front of people just like anybody else.
How
That's right.
rockstar is that?
Oh, that. You gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yes.
So stop with the screaming and binging already. Emerge.
I think a lot of us right now are going to feel like the butterfly. The world can be that much more magical. At least I feel like a butterfly.
Come back, people. Please come back. We love to see you. We do.
For Sunday Today, Harry Smith, Ridgefield, Connecticut.
Wow,
We
that's
have been to
awesome.
the Prospector many, many times. It is a truly wonderful place. Harry, thank you very
Thank you for showing that.
much.
That was, you know, Harry Smith came to us for NBC Night in 2015, and when we aired, it was we had a huge watch party, and when it aired, immediately our phones started ringing, and we really felt like for the first time, we really felt like people were paying attention, and we got flooded with inquiries for how to build the product. It brought us international attention, which was wonderful for us, and it was the kind of esteem boosting that we really needed, because it's hard to be a startup and we're building a business and everybody says that's gonna fucking fail so fast, it's not even gonna be funny. And here I am like in 2021 and I'm like, F9 Fast and Furious, it is fucking funny. And the theater worked, the mission worked, the sparkle worked. Hundreds of people's lives and people from all over the world contact us saying, help us build one, how to do this, or just thanking us and telling us the stories of their lives and how much like their sibling who had a disability, if they had a job, how much they loved their job, or if the sibling is passed or the child is passed, saying like, if my child was alive, this would be where I would want them to be. And I say to that, yeah. And that's why I built it. And that's why I built it like that. I believe that a lot of our mental health and our emotional intelligence is human. We need more interaction to do things, to engage and bring people together in fun, meaningful, competitive, like awesome ways. Like we have several unconventional that we and games that we use in the theaters to make it kick-ass awesome to come into theater, because you can't do what you do in the Prospector Theater anywhere else, and sometimes or you should not do. And here's a commentary, when the Fast and Furious franchise came out in 2016, we like to do like have little games and stuff or play within the theater. So I thought, like, I went to the dollar store and I got these Frisbees, and so I was like, ooh, Frisbee can also be a steering wheel. That is so awesome. So I got like all these Frisbees. The first 20 people like got in so they could like drive along with Fast and Furious, right? And I was like, wow, this is gonna be so magical, whatever. Until the first motherfucker decides to use the Frisbee like a Frisbee in the movie theater. And another was like, ah! So then the Frisbees had to be taken away, and that's why. But like, so we did not do that again. But for every one bad idea we have like 100 magical ideas. And we set up video games, and so we've got people who are like very unlikely people to ever interact ever in the actual world. Suddenly, we've made this perfect like universe where we can introduce the sparkle and the talents of adults with disabilities in a very palatable and very like positive and very uplifting form, so people can really envision like what their employee would look like, what they can do with people with disabilities,
Your passion is absolutely amazing.
Absolutely, yeah. Leo, if people
Yes,
want to
sir.
find out more about the Prospector Theater,
well, you can head up to the show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. And we do have an ad. Should we now play it?
well,
Yeah.
yes, and we got an audio ad that will be running on the podcast platform for our podcast listeners, and we wanted to do something a little bit special here because of everything that these amazing people are doing. So our producer Leo grabbed some pictures and he put together with their audio ad a little commercial ad that will be running on the live show for them as well.
Animated.
Yeah.
Did you know around 83% of Americans with disabilities are unemployed? We are changing that. The Prospector Theater is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to providing competitive and integrated employment for adults with disabilities through the operation of a first-run movie theater in Ridgefield, Connecticut. We greet, seat, and treat our audiences to the best, most accessible movie-going experience in the world. Hollywood blockbusters, delicious gourmet popcorn, and one-of-a-kind pink glove service. Join us for a movie and see our sparkle in action. For more information or to purchase tickets, visit www.prospectortheater.org.
Awesome, and thank you a zillion. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, it was a combined effort. Mike was nice enough to get the audio end of that over to us for the podcast side of commercial advertising.
And Leo, you did a bang up fucking job.
And Leo, and you guys have your eye candy over there. We have ours over there.
Now may I show the video that I made of you guys?
What?
Sorry, that's some dark
Don't
web
scare me like
there.
that. Holy crap.
Funny. Really
I was going to
weird.
say, wait a minute, I don't remember signing any release forms.
Entry on the farm is a release.
So I
Right?
Touche, George, touche.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So, what inspired you at the beginning to even try to do this?
So my younger sister has Down syndrome, and so I know that like how difficult it was growing up in pre-ADA, pre-Adults with Disabilities Act 1990, and how really very difficult that was to be a sibling of when people did not understand Down syndrome. Well, definitely when my sister was born, they wanted to put her into an institution. My parents said, no way. So that was like, those institutions like Willowbrook and whatnot, they were not that long ago. And a lot of people have very negative stereotypes and a lot of shame and embarrassment surrounding disability. And I don't see it like that. And I see a lot of the magic and the sparkle and the fun. And so I've always my father taught my twin sister and I like how to fight. And we fought on the bus and stuff. And somebody would call like my sister retarded. Like we would get like, we got into my sister's like for everything except for fighting because somebody called my sister retarded, and that was like, we got a trophy in my house for that. So we, it was, and I thought that like a lot of the problems I could have like I was very angry at people who didn't understand people with disabilities, and many people didn't. My sister was never able to go to the same public school and actually same public school, ironically, that EJ went to, and it's a wonderful school now. But back in the day, it was hard for siblings to be separated and to go so far away, just because people didn't have the programs. But learning has advanced so much, and people with Down syndrome are only really getting test driven, I think, in this generation right now, because beforehand there's only like a 25-year life expectancy when my sister was born in 1979, if I'm getting that correctly. But that's because people with Down syndrome were historically, doctors did not have to operate, even with life-saving conditions. If somebody had a disability, that was the law. That was legal to deny somebody with Down syndrome medical. And also people were like locked in institutions like Willowbrook, where thank goodness Geraldo, opened did the expose on that. So people with Down syndrome, they also did not know until like Emily Kingsley did stuff on Sesame Street that people with Down syndrome could even read. They did not, and I've got friends with disabilities who are are far superior readers to most of the other people that I know. So so I think that like history has not been kind to this moment in 2021. The year is 2021, and I think now like people will start to look at people with disabilities as part of the missing link that we've always overlooked, the diamonds in the rough that we have right in front of us. And once we're able to mine for that sparkle, then we can do whatever we want, and we can help break so many people from the chains of unemployment and poverty, which helps the whole community, people's mental health and wellness. And it just helps the economy, and it helps just to have a more diverse and vibrant society. Like, can I get a hell yeah?
I don't. Hell yeah! But what there's
the
another
hell just
picture
popped
there.
in here?
Yeah, is that a gremlin? Oh, it's Bill. Hi, Bill.
Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hello,
Hey.
Bill.
He's on his phone.
Hi, Val.
Hello. Very nice to see you, sir.
Yeah.
He needs a better phone.
He's communicating to us from the rover, huh?
Looks
Hey,
like
guys.
you hit the whiskey already.
The whiskey. Can you toss me a glass?
Oh, he's got Scott behind him. That's
Oh,
what's going
hey,
on there.
Scott.
Are you guys in a trailer or a van or something?
Hey, guys.
Bodega?
How's business?
Yeah. Yeah, he's sketchy.
Bill, EJ was waving to you.
Hey, EJ.
Hey, Bill.
George. Hey, guys.
And
How you doing, Bill?
Hey, Billy.
that
Good.
Bill and
How's
EJ
everyone?
have is just about if I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely. Although I will say, when we showed up at the farm, I got the first hug from EJ.
You know what? There's got to be a trophy somewhere that we can engrave some sort of.
I was blown away. I didn't think that would ever happen. I figured I'd get knocked over as he went to Bill, but no, I got the first hug from EJ.
Are you sure he wasn't falling down the hill?
No, that's when I lost my phone.
I saw him step in the way.
Oh, good. Oh, good. It's good to see you got out of the woods. That's good. I forgot about that.
Yeah. After you yelled at Jeff about the way he was driving the Polaris.
Should have gone faster. Come on.
I was looking for a phone.
Maybe after you saw my Furious 9 our Furious 9 commercial there, maybe you can come over and we could go like 6 miles an hour next time in there. And we can still look for your phone. 2 for 1.
Wow.
I've got helmets, no insurance, but I got helmets,
I got helmets.
Oh, my wife was very jealous.
Oh, so this is
there's another diamond behind a diamond over there.
There's like 12 carats here. It's fantastic. Who's that now?
That's Richie.
Richie.
Yep.
What's
up, Rich?
He's a talented one in the family.
Right?
Gosh, if I have not met the talented one yet, then what kind of wizard are you?
More like a warlock.
Nice. Like Adrian Dice.
Now you mentioned Fast 9 multiple times, but what? So Fast 9's playing this weekend. What else is playing this weekend?
We're getting Boss Baby, the Boss Baby too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, nice.
The Boss Baby.
I am so excited for, like, you know what? It does. So it all comes down to the weather, really. I'm glad to have Boss Baby or whatever that is, and the Peter Rabbit 2 and all that, but it doesn't even matter. If it's hot, people are going to come to the movies.
Well, we're getting Black Widow next week.
Nice.
Oh, you are?
Basically,
Nice.
that. So it's turning up here. We're getting some good.
We
We're having a Jaws.
Great stuff.
We're doing Jaws.
Yeah, I saw that. So
Are you really?
Oh my gosh! Earlier you guys talked about, like the communal experience about
July 14th?
yeah,
Yeah, July 14th for Jaws.
there's nothing like hearing the first and like hearing the go wild, goosebumps, and like then every time you hear like people ah! and the theater's packed, and then we've got Joe who he was the voiceover on the movie that you made, and Joe method acts and he becomes Quint.
He doesn't shave for like weeks so that he can perfectly get the mutton chopped in.
Oh yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
He gets up in front of the audience and he does perfect the whole US. You know, like the 128 men went into the water that day. Well, like 8 men came out. But like he like yes. It's like, you know, unbelievable. And Bill was so generous, and EJ's friend Bill was so generous, and you let us borrow like the Jaws itself and like all those explosion barrels and like everything, and we had that as a special feature of our lobby so people could come in, and then we gave them like people the beers, whatever the kind from that, and like having your Jaws there was like fucking having awesome Jaws there, and you made such another element of sparkle that, you know, brighten people's days and make them want to leave the house and come out. And so, you know, this COVID thing that we're getting over and trying to get people to come back out, like we've been trying to get people to come out for a long time, and we got good at it. And like people need to come out more than ever now. So when people come in, when you go to the Prospector, you know you've got a friend. Like you automatically. It's such a happy place, and it's such a positive. We're when I created jobs, I didn't make like any ordinary jobs. Like I wanted to make kick-ass jobs because I was sick and tired of like the best jobs for people with disabilities. Like maybe you could be cashier in the grocery store, but unlikely not if you can't do any math or if you can't read. And so if you can't do that, you're going to be a bagger. And I knew that life could be better than that, and I knew that we could do better than that. And I knew that if we took something that people love, the movies, which is a constant, ever-changing source of content that people want to see, the studios are wonderful in what they put out. We really like it when they put only on the big screen. But you know, we have there's something that cannot streaming, and we're leaning into the streaming. We're making our own Sparkle Vision TV channel, but seeing a movie as the director had intended, with all of the studio bells and whistles and stuff on the big screen, and hearing like people's reactions, people's laughter is contagious, laughter feels good, or people screaming because it's so scary, that's more scary, and that is good too. And
that's what you do well, Val.
Together in a movie theater, yet be that far apart in the pitch dark, so like together yet not. And it's a great recipe, especially
we just lost Jeffrey. Oh, somebody must have called his wife's phone.
Yeah, I heard it ringing right before we got off.
It was probably Bill. He's like, one too many people in here, and it's Jeff. So Leo actually had the opportunity of interviewing the gentleman that played Alex Kittner, right?
Oh yeah, Jeffrey Voorhees.
Jeffrey Voorhees. Alex Kittner was the little kid on the raft at the beginning of Jaws that got eaten.
Where'd I go?
And totally traumatized. Like, where's that kid now? Like, is he one of?
He actually lives about 30 minutes south of me in Massachusetts, down on Martha's Vineyard.
Even better, he lives on the beach where he got eaten, and he has a restaurant there.
Oh,
yes,
man.
he does.
Does he like? I got like on this beach and stuff. Like he opened like a tea bar, like with the Jaws.
I got to watch the interview that Leo did with him. He said that people bring him all kinds of crazy stuff, like pieces of the raft, and you know.
Really?
And he signs them for him, and he's actually a hell of a nice guy.
Yeah, he gave us some insider news about the movie as well. So everybody knows that the shark kept on breaking down. and they didn't know why. Well, he let us know that him and his friends, because they were locals, they grew up there, him and his friends would break into the garage where they kept a shark, and they'd jump on it and play on it at night, after filming. And then next day they'd be like, "Why is the shark broke? Well, it's broke again." And then every night they'd go and hop on it.
Bill's like, really?
They should be thanked, because I think that shark's name was Bruce. Is that right?
Yep.
And
Yes, it is.
It's like Steven Spielberg probably made the most boss move of his whole entire life
Well,
when
you know what the shark's name is? That's why it was called Bruce.
because the element of fear was so much greater in our imagination than and so probably like those kids busting up the shark. Steven Spielberg's like, you know what, this fucking thing does not work anyway. So let's just move.
You know why it was called Bruce?
And that's black.
She's totally not listening to you, Bill. She's like, nope.
Why was it called Bruce?
You know why? You want to know why it was called Bruce?
Yeah.
Say yes.
It was named after Spielberg's lawyer.
Oh my God.
Makes sense.
That's true.
Play with me. Is that real? That is hilarious. That I want to get a shark and I want to name it after my lawyer. Actually, like I need Megalodon. Is that can I get that on the dark web, a Megalodon? Because I think I want to.
I'm sure if you just ask Bill. I was just gonna say, Bill can probably build it for you.
In my life. I need a Megalodon. Can you make it, Bill? Can you
Listen
grow on your pot farm?
If you build her a Megalodon, Bill, just let us know when you're building it so that we don't jump in the lake on the farm after she gets it.
Now, what fun would that be?
Right.
Oh my.
We'll feed it the others.
Bill.
Yeah.
What are you
Hi,
doing?
Jay. Hi, George.
Hey, Billy. Jay's asking, what are you doing today?
Yeah, what are you doing?
We've been busy with all kinds of stuff. We've had Scott flying the drone all over the place.
You what? Wait, what did you just say? You couldn't have just said what I thought you said. Okay. Like I wanted to be there.
Actually, if you see this, I don't know if you can see this. See, that's George.
Wow. Wait.
What?
Mustache. Is that?
Where did you find that?
Wow.
We're doing the Italian-American network. Look who's standing next to you, George.
Italian American?
Oh my God.
Is that Rudy Giuliani? George, were you at one of those parties where you guys got all dressed up?
No. No.
I don't judge.
God, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
George, you have aged very, very, very well. I wish the you from that picture knew what an awesome rock star you would become when you grew up.
George and I don't age; we go backwards.
Benjamin Buttons. Get him on board.
Benjamin Button.
Since I'm a time traveler, time means nothing to me.
That's true.
I always thought you reach a certain level and then you start to go backwards.
It's trying to get you to go forwards, Jeff.
I was waiting for
Yeah,
something.
well, I knew it wouldn't be long.
In here.
We don't even ask Ben. He don't move.
Wow.
Are you guys all in the same house right now or no?
No, we're everywhere.
All basements?
We're all over the place.
I'm in Plymouth, Mass. Jeff's in Halifax, Mass. Leo's over near Mystic, Connecticut. We know that the Prospector is in Ridgefield. You're in Wilton.
Right on.
And Mr. Diamond
Wow,
is
good job,
down
man.
on the Hudson.
Wow.
Hold up a bit.
You're located you are.
This is a global event.
Connecticut is legalized recreational marijuana.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's big, huge news, right?
Right.
Through this with Massachusetts opening up to. So, what should we expect to happen? This sounds magical.
Absolutely nothing for at least two or 3 years.
Don't worry, we got you covered.
So they said. I've got a medical marijuana card, and let me tell you something. When I didn't know what kind of a like a weird ass like shit show I was going to be walking into when I went to the dispensary. Like I had these ideas of like, you know, like parking garage type transactions going on because, you know, this is kind of and then I like went in there and I go to the one in Westport. Holy smokes. It is like a beautiful lobby of a boutique hotel. It is, the staff is super professional, super helpful, super like they take their time with you. They like explain to you what you've got. They're the easiest people ever. And like I just want to like live there.
Yeah, you guys definitely get the whiskey.
A couple times I've been there in the parking lot, ready to go in or like, you know, see like and I see people in the park like walk into this that looks like they're struggling with some degenerative illnesses and they are going in for their relief. It's their relief is being able to take their I don't know what smoke their bongs or however they ingest their whatever they're smoking, so they can, you know, have quality life and have like some comfort from the pain and have something that's natural and that helps them to eat and helps some of my friends swear by it for seizures. Seizures have stopped with it, and it's but you know what? It was still even for people who really very much need it. It is so hard to get any kind of mental health help in this country, and so many you know, people want to distance themselves from even getting involved in the mental health discussion, and so it was still even very difficult for people who desperately needed it with documented proof to get a medical marijuana card, just because our doctors are not up. Like they need to better educate our mental health providers and our doctors about the merits of appropriate marijuana. That it can be used widely. People's lives are changed for the better with this, and so my hope with like, well, actually, my real hope is that like we become dazed and confused like everywhere, and like and like Matthew McConaughey is definitely there, and he's like, all right, and I'll be like, I'm expecting you, and like, I bore you guys.
So,
but, as I know that's probably not going to happen.
Oh my God, Val, we love you.
At least it will be easier for people who need the medical marijuana to get it through the recreational like path. And then if people don't want to self-disclose that they've got like an injury or if they've got a disability, because a lot of people still don't want to disclose because it's a scary world, and they don't want to be like have their like, you know, ID taken when doing it, but still safe, medical grade, appropriate, regulated marijuana. Like now we got a safe way to get that, and what a great gift to be able to educate the population about the health benefit and merit that this.
Well, that's part of our mission, Val. That's what we've been working.
That's what we're trying to do. Yep.
Rock on! I'm right here. I'm right here beside you. It is
the whole thing is about educating in an entertainment form of how to let them know all the things that are out there and the right things that are for them.
Right.
And
now,
that's education, and it's you know, it's a very scary world out there, and you know, who knows what kind of smoke kids are smoking right now, and like, you know, you hear things getting laced with this, that, and the other thing. And I watch Breaking Bad, so I pretty much know everything.
I think Leo had a question.
No, I was just going to say, so from what I understand, now I'm not a lawyer, but from the articles I've read with Connecticut, as of July 1st, so this week, it becomes legal in Connecticut, from what I've read.
Right, and so
now we can film in Connecticut.
Like, look like, oh, wild. Like, what's going to happen to my like little boutique sport? Is it going to be like all of like everybody who is going to go to Home Goods is now going to go over to my little nice, or my nice little oasis of like?
It won't happen that fast.
No.
So
it'll take a couple of years.
Yeah.
So from what I understand, they like if you get stopped and you have it on you, you know, there's going to be no charge after July 1st. And then from what I understand, next year is when they're going to allow dispensaries to open.
It usually takes, Leo, it takes about 18 months to 2 years.
Right.
For that to happen.
And
right.
So to medical and so I've been to the one in Massachusetts, which is like, I don't know, it looked like there were like right pre-COVID, and people were already seemed to be forming 6 foot each other. Like the line was like wrapped around the block like 10 times. Like that's how much of a call on society.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you have the right product and you put the right entertainment behind it.
Like hippies protest, like grow your hair out, hippies. Let's go, light them up if you got them. Like, why is it taking so long? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Government.
It's just the government with it. It's the way the licenses work. It takes them a while to, once they approve that they'll do it in the state, then they have to put a commission together. And it takes them at least 18 months to put that commission together to get the bylaws out for the towns to even know what to do.
Oh, right. Because then people are going to sue you. Because then the neighbors, they'll get the NIMBY people who like the idea of the dispensaries and the medical marijuana, but not in our backyard. And so that probably
Right.
Takes a little while. They'll turn away from it and then they'll turn back for it. So that's usually
the government is adding value by making those regulations. That they're putting in unnecessary hoops, and as a result, it's not going to work as intended.
Well, they want it to work because that's how they make money. So they will make it happen.
But they got to make you jump through hoops.
Yeah.
So I'm reading the release right now. The other thing is home grow. You'll be able to grow up to 6 plants indoors starting October 1st, 2021.
Yeah, but what that means, Leo, is you only allow 3 males and 3 immature plants. So that's what it means.
I stick to the bees and not the birds. I don't know about the male. Yeah. But I got my bee socks on right now because we're doing a lot of bee stuff, and all my bee books. I drew a picture of a bee. And you know what I did last week, you guys? One of my hives took off because they're the party hive, and they took over an apple. And so then I pet the swarm of bees with my hand, and I just went in and pet it, and it felt like fairy wings underneath my hand. How cool is that? Like that's how Breaking Bad I am.
I'll give you a good buzz.
And then, I got so buzzed. Like, I quit drinking a long time ago, but I was so buzzed. And it felt so magic. Nice looking at the hive bees and just seeing them all, standing around, protecting their queen. And bees are lucky because bees are born, they know what their job is. And, they work together, in that hive to bring the sweetness out into the world. And honey's got such therapeutic qualities to it. And, that's my mission at Gemstone Farm. Once the movies looked like it was uncertain if movie theaters were going to collapse. It was uncertain if we were going to have any more content. We certainly could not have as 120 prospects working at the theater with COVID restrictions and whatnot. So many people are immunocompromised anyway who have disabilities and on our staff. So, we went and we made more jobs at the farm. And so we got these 9 beehives and we made maple syrup, and we have 70 chickens out there that are laying blue eggs. You know the chickens do that? They lay blue eggs. We saved 2 baby lambs from the slaughter a couple weeks ago. They're named Darth Vader and Bubblegum because, it doesn't yet. I have not yet dyed the white one pink because I've been preactive. But we've got the beet juice in the refrigerator ready to make so it's going to look like Darth Vader and is chasing around Bubblegum. I mean, come on. How good is that? But back to the
Well, there's apparently a lot of buzz going on out there.
Wow.
The success that I think that a farm can do to contribute to mental health and to the advancement of marijuana as a treatment and or is I would like to hook up with somebody who's a grower or a distributor, and I'd like to provide the honey that or honey lollipops that are infused with somebody else's because I do not grow it here. Or
We got you covered. We'll talk more about that.
So I think that would be because doing maple syrup old school way the people Pilgrims did I do is really hard work.
Once he vanished. Oh, now he's back.
Really hard work. But and so you have to have a greater mission. And so the great mission that we had at Gemstone Farm was to put prospects to work at the farm. And we never shut down because we're a farm. Outside, like the joy that we had of being able to be together outside through the darkest part of the the year 2020 made unbelievable difference in everybody's life, and the meaningful employment that we were able to make maple syrup while we're making the good jobs and keep everybody moving and
Bye,
working.
Bill.
So if we could if we could infuse that with something that is therapeutic like marijuana, and then we would be getting a double win, because people who really need this to stay in life or to have a future, it would be our bees that help to deliver that. And if
That's awesome.
Could do, then it makes what we do even stronger, because
I'll tell you, you guys have amazing maple syrup.
Right.
We got a free taste test bottle to bring home when we had the tour of the farm, and
vanilla ice cream.
I gotta get more.
You know what? We're looking into Prospector's looking into buying a ice cream truck business, because why wouldn't we? And this kid that we're looking to buy the business from, he's like a hard-working kid, has rocked it, and he's ready. He gave me a cup of shaved ice. Like, what in this more luxury than that hot outside? And then I poured the maple syrup over it, and I had the most sweet and delicious snack ever. And knowing that the hard work and love and dedication and careful boiling of the maple syrup and the thousands of gallons of sap that we had to go through made it so extra magic. And then we couldn't buy popcorn, so we looked to the backyard, saw the maple trees, and we was like, well, fucking, it's on, maple trees, let's go. And so I'm crazy enough as it is, and so then people were walking by, and when you make maple syrup, it smells like cotton candy everywhere around you, and so you're walking by and you're like, no, that can't be possible, it can't be true. And then I fly in and my hair is all, and I'm like, huh? And I feel it's Willy Wonka. And so, but I look across, I'm a cross between Willy Wonka and the Wicked Witch who steals Hansel and Gretel. And so but it's amazing. The sugar maple facial, gotta come out. Not in a Tom Sawyer Huckleberry Finn, I'll let you take $5 and you can check out the maple sugar shit. No, you're gonna be running up the mountains and down the mountains through the hell.
Oh my!
Hard work. But what in life is valuable that isn't hard work? What I've learned over the years is yes, there's a lot of shit that money can buy, and money can buy some nice, flashy, flash stuff, and money can make people's lives a lot better. Money also causes a lot of problems, and we got to be able to come together as a society to see how we can use hard work and get back to economy of beings, and work together to support each other, to help each other's families, work together to help people who have gotten lost or gotten misplaced, or the people who feel like broken toys. And that's what we do. And if you see the beautiful light sculpture that's behind George and EJ and Munchie, that's a beautiful chandelier that exactly tells what I just said in art form. Munchie or George or EJ, do you guys want to describe what we're looking at right there?
EJ, what is this?
That is right there. That's going. That's vegetables and the road and cookwood and Johnny Iron.
Yep, Johnny glasses, stop signs, right? It's made of all different things that Val and artist Warren Mueller found to put together to make the beautiful Prospector Theater, we call it. But it's really, at one point in time, all of these things had a purpose. The stop sign was used to stop cars. The guitar was meant to be played, right? The ice skate was supposed to be skated on. And then they lost their purpose along the way. People thought they were no longer needed, and they went to flea markets and tag sales.
Scrap yards and discarded pieces of junk. Really.
And those things that didn't have a purpose anymore, we said, well, yeah, they have a purpose. When we bring them together, we shine brightly, just like our Prospector Theater does. With the right support, with the right structure, we can all come together, have purpose. Meaningful work is purpose. It's belonging. Having a job brings so much to your mental, spiritual, emotional, physical health. Having a job is super important.
And not only for the worker themselves, for the whole family, for the whole support system, for our whole community, for our whole society. Having, including, instead of like making like more, I always say when the people are building skyscrapers and stuff, like, the planning department's got it down. Like, you need to have accessibility like this. You got to have this curb cut here. This counter's got to be higher. This has got to be lower. But what's the point in making all of those adjustments if there's no purpose for a person with disabilities to ever enter that building whatsoever? Like, don't even bother. If there's no, like, if there's an elevator lift, like, for somebody in a wheelchair, but there's no way anybody in a wheelchair would ever even get to the floor because, like, people are afraid it's bad for people in wheelchairs. Don't see some of the geniuses who are in them, only see the wheelchair. Like, if they're going to have that attitude, don't bother with don't bother making the accessibility features. But, like, if you want to play a game in today's world, better, like, not only have those features, but also embrace people with disabilities. It's wonderful what's happened technologically, although I seem to have gone back to Amish times lately.
So,
and you guys, I also noticed that same thing happened to you. But
wow. We are getting close to that time because Leo does another show in about 40 minutes.
What show is it? Your OnlyFans page? I don't even know what that means. I just think it's funny.
No, actually, Leo, tell these wonderful people a little bit about the network.
Yeah, so
up and down. That's right, Bill.
Yeah, up. I run multiple shows on a network. We have actually about 40 shows on a network, and I do I produce between 5 and 6 a week. So it's
wow, that's a lot of shows. How do you manage all of that?
Oh, well, it's the network.
By the seat of his pants.
You noticed earlier how he had a time finding the right button to push, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's how he manages.
They creep around the keyboard, like, nobody's fault.
But yeah, it's 40, just about 40 shows on the network. I run about 5 or 6 of them during the week, and so
the name of the network is
the Dorkening Podcast Network. I was getting there.
Is that your I like that I like that logo when that popped up on your opening banner reel, which I really like. You guys, your opening like it's like Dave Attenborough with the smoke, and you guys are also Stan Lee, and you got some old school Nintendo in there too, and some pretty tunes going behind your logo, and I like it all. Great job.
That was the master. The master. That one over there. Not that one down there in the corner, but that one over there on the top.
You're really good. And how did you learn how to do that?
Self-taught. I've been doing digital marketing for a while now. But I worked in IT and graphic design and worked. So I've done quite a bit. So it's all
collectively. What advice would you give who see high school or who have just graduated and are entering college, like knowing what we see like on the horizon in the future for what the robots are likely going to do to automate so many jobs and like what advice for going away to college would you give an 18-year-old right now about like jobs or something in the future?
Well, are they looking to do something on marketing or what type of area are they looking to?
Heather, just the shape of America. Just like, do you guys think that college, like when you hire people or work with people, are you looking for college for experience? And do you think that colleges are like of today are really preparing people for the life work and life skills of tomorrow's world? That's what we've always been doing at the Prospector. And I think that we're about 10 years ahead of everybody else. And I think that it's going to like go more in the experiential instead of like memorizing.
Hands-on.
Learn like we did.
Hands-on learning.
Yeah.
Well, I know there's a lot of certificate stuff right now. Kids are getting certificates for certain things so that they can get in and get a job.
You know,
As opposed
that's
to
in case we
college.
run out of toilet paper again.
Well, no, that's opposed to
We
like
need more of
college.
a-
They're taking, certified courses
Yeah.
specific
Well,
to something.
with digital marketing and IT, there's a lot of certifications that you can get instead of going to college.
Right.
There's Google has multiple certifications for paid search. Microsoft has their own line of certifications as well.
They're going to come out of college with crippling debt that I don't know how they're ever going to get out.
Right.
Meanwhile, there's opportunities right in front of them, like at the Prospector Theater or Farm or anywhere they like the future. There, you can get the and do anything. Yeah, go to the Prospector Theater. We are the future. We are the world. God, is it a show?
No, absolutely. Leo, where can they find out more about the Prospector Theater?
Well, actually, if you check the show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us, you'll find a bunch of information. And actually, the easiest way to do it is just head on over to prospecttheater.org, and you can find all the links and all the information. That's how I found out they got a Jaws. What's that?
They just drive straight there and ask for lunch. He'll give you free popcorn.
Yeah.
He'll throw it at you, though.
It will rain popcorn when you get
It
there.
will rain popcorn on you.
Hi, Monkey. How are you?
How are you?
Good.
I just want to know who has to clean up all the popcorn after the show.
Yeah, job security. Popcorn on the floor, job security.
That's right. We get out the back and we go.
We love a good messy theater. It's a sign that people are there enjoying themselves.
That's my type of place.
Right on. We never cross streams. We're in there with the leaf blowers and getting that popcorn out, getting that puppy turned around so we can have a sparkling, nice theater for the next crowd of people who are going to come in and have another amazing experience. So, yeah, you're going to go drive up there a million miles an hour, go see Furious 9.
Oh, I'm so glad you came on. You are a ball of fire.
Pink fire.
Pink fire.
Fire.
Pink
Remember
fire.
the
There you
fire.
go. Wow, totally awesome. What you guys are doing over there?
Thanks for being on.
Unbelievable. Amen.
You guys
It's about time. It's about time.
Play dates like this in the future if I'm ever allowed back on again or on any of those other 4 shows.
Yeah. Or come film here one time. Film on location at the Prospector.
Well, actually, we do have something we're going to talk to you about.
Yeah, we have something in mind.
Richie, we're going to get you here and Val at the studio, too.
Yes,
Absolutely.
we can make that happen.
And not wait. And
Right.
We got a lot of fun stuff to be talking about. Excited.
EJ will lead the way.
Sparkle Vision.
And we'll race it in your remote control car, and then we'll make it even more interesting. But if you already have your remote control car, you might want to up your game.
That was a challenge, right?
That was
there.
a challenge, folks. We're going to have to bring that show live to you from the Diamond Production Studios when that happens.
What did I just get myself into?
I don't know, but you got to start shopping for a really fast RC car. Wow. Leo, I know you got a show tonight.
Yeah.
So why don't you do your thing?
Certainly. So for me, just Google Leo Pond. You'll find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not. I'm not going to say which is which, but more importantly, follow these awesome people. Head on to the Prospect Theater. Theaters are open, and Fast and Furious 9 is out. Quiet Place 2, bunch of stuff, a lot of good movies. And it's so I do a bunch of shows during the week. You can find me every Monday doing Creator Spotlight, where we interview people like you had Michael Dorn, Jeffrey Voorhees, a lot of awesome people. Tuesdays we do Splash Pages, the comic book show, and then Wednesdays we do Still Toking with, and then we do the Dorkening after that. And we're going to be doing a show on Sundays with a comedian, David Ross. It's right,
David Russo.
David Russo.
You're fired. You are fired.
That's going to be a great show.
Yeah. And we got a couple other shows, some secret shows in the mix as well that are going to be coming out.
Let's see the secret shows.
We have we're going to be doing a Ghostbusters show.
What?
I have it here. We'll play Ghostbusters.
We know a lot of major Ghostbusters fans. In case you want to do a Ghostbuster showdown quiz show, or that
That would be awesome. And we're also doing a Batman show and
We also know a lot of Batman people if you do a Batman thing.
All right, wait a minute, Val. Time out. Now you're starting to sound like Bill.
You can join me this weekend with Butch Patrick and I with the Munster Mobile.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah, that's right. You're gonna be down at. What are you going to be this weekend?
I'll be at Park Bakery with Butch Patrick and me, and then my team with the Munster Mobile.
And the bakery is located. Look, the bakery is located where?
Seaside, New Jersey. I said it.
I must have missed that.
You did.
And we know Bill you have a new website out. You want to shout out a plug?
MonsterTV.net.
MonsterTV.net.
About that.
We'll head over there and check out all the amazing things that are going on at Diamond Production Studios and Monster TV. And he might even show you a picture of his third Emmy, if you're lucky.
Please.
Are we on your website?
Way.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to go check that.
Yeah. It's like this big.
Right.
You have a link to a Yelp.
I'm going to have to go check that.
Oh.
So Bill, where do you like people interacting with you on social media?
Doesn't matter. They're not going to be able to.
He can't hear you.
No, Bill, where do you like people interacting with you on social media?
You can go to Bill Diamond Productions or BillDiamond.com.
Or just straight to the internet.
Or Monster TV Network.
Yeah,
I think
don't go to his Facebook page. He doesn't have to.
Trying to bring in. They're bringing in one of the Emmys, so they want you to see one of the Emmys.
I'm so jealous.
Awesome.
Totally make her a dress and I was like,
yeah.
and not like
And what about you, Val? Where do you like people following you on social media?
The socials. Oh God. Well, I'm the oldest lady ever who works and so I use Facebook. It's the only. I don't know these other TikTokies. I just got the Facebook, and I still call it the Facebook. So, but Munchie knows all these words. Munchie, what are the words?
We are on all social media platforms. Most likely, it's at Prospector Theater. We are at Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. You name it, we're on it. We've got lots of great content made by EJ and the production team. So
EJ.
I know we didn't even have a chance. We didn't even have a chance to touch on that. That you guys have an amazing production team. You have an embroidery studio there. There's so much going on at the Prospect Theater.
We need another episode. Sounds like it's a to be continued.
Oh, totally.
I think it's going to have to be.
Well, yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it from there.
Yeah, the sequel.
Wait, you got the theater and the gemstone, and so we should do the dangerous stuff here, and then the good, calm, movie kind of stuff over there.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Very cool.
Nice.
All right, Marco, on you guys. Thank you so much for having us on. This was so much fun. Really, I really loved it.
Oh, we're not done with you yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't. You can Google me. Send me a friend request. I might accept it. Go to stilltoken.com.
Okay.
You want to contact us? That's where you want to go. I am on Facebook. Send me a friend request.
Yeah.
Let's have fun with it.
Munchie, help me do that.
Benjamin.
So, like Jeff said, we're on all social media platforms, but we want to really thank our guests tonight, the Prospector Theater, Val, Mike, George, and especially our man EJ for joining us. We had a blast. We hope you guys enjoyed your time. We're definitely going to have to do another show because there is so much more to what goes on with these amazing people that we just couldn't fit it all in the hour and 33 minutes. And Leo's over here going, "Oh shit, I got a show in 10 minutes, guys. Come on."
Oh my God.
You're killing me.
Oh my God. It's so much fun. It makes this kind of stuff makes life worth living. I got to say that,
It does. But we want to say to our veterans and first responders, we want to thank you for doing what you do every day so people like us can do what we do every day. We'll see you. We're out of here. Be safe.
Thank you.
Peace out.